Heyo.
All right. Oh, did we do the? Are you gonna do the 3, 2?
Oh yeah.
And
make sure
Is it really as good if it's not you?
Yes, it is him.
I mean, he did a pretty good job.
Who, me?
Yeah, on that. 3, 2, 1, yo!
Hey.
There you go. There you go. Arkansas gets the upset tonight over Duke inside Bud Walton Arena. Record crowd, 20,000. What was it, 500 something?
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, just incredible game. Arkansas, listen, Arkansas without Mark tonight controlled this game. I'd say
All the way through.
90% of the game. It felt like it was good, it was really good basketball.
Yeah, Duke never had a comfortable lead of any kind. We had the lead for the most of it.
Yeah. All right, everybody. This is I didn't do this enough earlier. Obviously, with the logos on the screen and everything. This is Don't Read the Comments podcast and Tuss Talk with Ty. Combined forces. We're here. We did the game companion and we did the post game, or we're doing the post game.
We've been griping the whole game.
We have been griping.
It's been a fun game.
That was a fun game. I know it's huge. Muss's 100th win, man. I forgot all about that. I know they'd mentioned. That was incredible. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Please share the content. That is key.
Yeah.
And go check their podcast out. Go subscribe. Listen to their content. These guys are awesome. They're funny. Your wife is on sometimes. I think she provides plenty of entertainment as well. She does a good job. I think the content's great.
She makes us look good.
Yeah, she's definitely the pretty one of the three of you. So
No argument.
yeah, well, me either. I'm ugly. I'm fugly. I get it.
Oh, come on, you're sexy, man.
Oh, I'm so sexy.
Whoever
So
sits in that seat is always the pretty one.
All right. Also, shout out, of course, to the Patreon supporters. I appreciate you guys. We got 80. Doesn't mean we ended 80, but we are at 80 currently. So if you want to join, the link is provided for you down below. Shout out to the sponsors. Direct Service Overhead.
The best.
Hundreds of 5-star reviews, better than best results. Link is provided for you down below for these guys. They've got you covered. Same-day services, quality parts, all that good stuff. DSD, Direct Service Overhead, DSO, they've got you. They got your back, man. And also, of course, you know what I'm about to say.
The best pizza on the planet.
The Odd Soul Craft Bar
go.
Pizzaria. It's fantastic. Great pies located down on Emma Street in Springdale. It's good stuff, man. And a great environment. I'm sure that place was popping tonight.
I'm just going to say we failed.
We failed.
The last time that we did this, we said that the next time we did
We were
this,
going to get, we did, didn't we?
failed.
We
What
failed.
guys?
We were going to do the...
Here's our commitment. The next game companion, we're going to have Odd Soul Pizza right here in the middle of the
yes.
Man,
Yes.
we dropped the ball
table.
tonight.
We won't even talk about it. We're going to eat it right in front of you.
To be fair, we were all on different... I got here a little late. You got here a little late.
That's
we were...
fair.
So, yeah. Arky56, Pop says, yes, I'm still up. Boys, listen... For the sake of Arkansas and for the sake of Razorback fans, this week, what a polar opposite week compared to where everybody was at last week. Whether you're for or against the hire of Bobby freaking Petrino, Travis, Tim, you guys, we will talk about Petrino, but let's focus on this game first. Again, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe however you're watching. Party in the Ville tonight, says Joshua Long. He had to correct himself.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
J.R. Shelton says, I'm glad I skipped Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch.
No idea.
I don't know what that is either. All right, let's go over these numbers really fast, and then I can get your takes on what you liked, what you didn't like. Of course, we like Arkansas winning the ball. How about Duke? 35% shooting, 24 of 67 from the floor. Guys, perimeter defense in the first half, not so great. Shot selection, not so great by Arkansas. They still maintained a lead, but they held Duke under 30% shooting. What also hurt Duke was
full game, under 30%, all of it?
Under 30. It was 34, right?
Damn.
for what?
The whole game.
Yeah.
At 3 point, they were 60-22, 27%. They held them under 35% from the floor overall.
Damn.
What really hurt Duke was their 67%. Free throw shooting, 21 to 31 there. They didn't get a lot of bench production, just 8 points from their bench. They didn't show a lot of depth tonight. Duke
No, they did
didn't.
not.
I'm here for it, baby.
Filipowski, 26 points. He had a double-double with 10 rebounds. He also had an assist, 2 steals, and a block. But he also
He
turned
is the man.
He's a good player, man. Got to give respect to him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, big man that could shoot a free throw.
He was 7 of 8 from the free throw line. 3 turnovers for him. And then Roach, who did go down temporarily for maybe like 2 possessions, maybe. He had 22 points.
Yeah.
He did foul out, but he had a couple assists and 2 rebounds and a steal. So going to Arkansas side of things, 49%. What they should be shooting at home, 26 of 53. 9 of 22. This is key. 9 of 22. 3-point shooting has been a major question mark. What's that sound?
I don't know.
9 of 22, 41%. Free throw shooting still a problem. 63.
His phone's ringing.
Oh, was that? That ain't me.
That ain't me.
That's not me ringing.
Who is it? I'm not ringing.
Put your phones to the mic. I don't believe it.
63. It wasn't me. I don't have a missed call. 63%. Boy, that is loud.
What is that?
Oh, you know what? Is it me?
It is Ty's laptop.
Oh, it's
There
not.
it
It is not muted. It's my laptop. That was very
That's
distracting.
wonderful.
Wow.
I forgot I don't have my laptop on mute on ESPN. I'm looking at their stat board here, or their stat sheet. So Brazil, big night. We said he needed to have a big night. He had a big night. 11 rebounds, 2 blocks, only 2 turnovers, 3 fouls, 19 points.
Yeah.
Boy got cannons.
Davenport, 2 of 4, so he shot 50% outside. That's big. Davenport's starting to come along there. Ellis was 0 for 2, 3 of 9 overall. Oh, by the way, Brazil was 6 of 9 overall, 4 of 7 at 3-point range. Incredible. Again, 41% off 22 attempts outside. You're going to take that all day long.
Yeah.
What do you think? What are your thoughts? What's the good, the bad, the ugly? Or was I don't think there was any ugly. It was great.
Yeah, I mean, ugly's still under the rim, around the rim.
Especially
Except that one shot Mitchell made was
fortunately,
dope.
it looked like Duke had a lot of the same kind of trouble around the rim, so we got fortunate there.
Yeah.
I will say the same thing I said against Stanford. We cannot rely on 60% free throw shooting for our opponents for us to win a game. And we had some crazy turnovers in the last 2 minutes, but man, everything else, I mean, if you want me to point out what I saw, everything else looked beautiful. Our ball movement was way better. Our passing around the rim was way better. Our 3-point shooting was way better. Our second half free throw shooting, I think we were closer to 80% in the second half. We definitely were 80% at one point. So that felt really good as far as what I saw. There were a lot of good things. We just need to learn how to hold a lead and break a press at the end of a game. I mean,
up double digits, and all of a sudden you're only up 4 points.
Yeah, I
that
thought
was
the Hogs
scary.
were gonna hog. I ain't gonna lie. I was worried, man.
Oh boy.
I was like, oh man, this happens to us every time. Here we go.
Yeah, you liked what you saw, Travis? Pretty good.
I did.
Yeah.
It's nice beating Duke. It's like his
Oh my
redemption,
gosh.
bro.
Well, this broke even because I think they were 2-2. Arkansas and Duke, if I'm not
Last time we
mistaken.
played Duke, I was pissed drunk in Kansas City, madder than hell. God, I
So
was mad.
Arkansas takes the lead. If I'm not mistaken, Arkansas takes the lead. They're going to go up 3-2 in this series. That's, I mean, hey, we'll take that. A little bit of revenge in Fayetteville.
Yeah.
In this SEC ACC challenge. Tennessee got absolutely smoked earlier.
It's beautiful.
Well, I mean, they were getting smoked, and they managed to make that a pretty close game.
They did. but
192,
Boy,
I
that
think.
it's like garbage time points, man. Because boy, they did not look like that earlier.
First half. I mean, North Carolina scored like 60 points in the first half,
Yeah.
man. Kind of makes you feel a little bit better because Tennessee's supposedly the front runner. You know, I mean, that's what they were saying preseason. By the way, fast break points for Arkansas tonight, 11. They ended up 11 of 19 on layups. Hey, first time I think all freaking year. They're 100% on dunks. They were 2 for 2. My gosh. 70 possessions. And times taken lead 8 times. Arkansas took the lead in this game.
yeah,
Kept it,
I love
kept
that
it.
Duke never, like I said earlier, never got a comfortable lead. We had a comfortable lead for a while, maybe too comfortable.
What was the highest we got up? Was it 14?
14, I think.
Yeah, I think it was 14. I think that was the largest lead.
That's a real comfortable lead. Duke never had anything like that on us. So
Leslie Byram says, I will say there's a large traffic jam on MLK in Razorback Road right now
You're
and
not
stayed
going
till
home tonight.
yeah.
You'll get home in the morning
Well,
sometime.
Half the people are on the damn court. You should be all right.
21,000 people basically at that game, give or
Yeah.
take. Just think we did this without Mark.
I know.
Hey, man, James Swope said we won due to Bobby P. Yes, sir. Bobby P is like Elvis, man.
He comes to town and they just follow him like he's Moses. It's incredible.
Love it, man.
Sam and Petrino were there. Yeah, we saw it, Wyatt. Again,
I put a picture on the stream, man.
is it up still?
No, I just put it up earlier.
Yo, we've got over 300 people in here and 34 likes.
Come on.
Guys,
yo.
come on.
Hold on.
Get the likes up.
34
I just
likes.
liked it.
30,
Now we
35
got
likes
36.
off
Let's get it.
304 folks. Come on. Come on.
10%. We're
Yeah,
killing it.
you got to do better than that.
We're Arkansas's O-line right now.
Yeah, really. Very impressed with this win tonight. Arkansas again, they didn't look like they look like the better team. Again, 90% of the game they maintained the lead most of the game. Just really took control. Yeah. Oh, by the way, since we've got more and more people piling in here, please go check out Don't Read the Comments podcast. Please, and check out all the links of the sponsors and Patreon supporters. We also are going to talk a little Petrino here in just a minute. But
Oh, yeah.
is there anything else on this game? I mean, it's obviously big. We've got people asking about top 25. I'm going to tell you, I don't give a shit about top 25.
I don't.
Not,
Not
in,
right
not
now.
In, not in November.
Not in
December.
November. We'll talk about quad wins and all that stuff when it comes January, February. But
I mean,
this-
it does count for the tournament.
It absolutely does.
In a big way.
It absolutely does. It helps that UNC Greensboro game, which, by the way, they haven't lost a game since they beat Arkansas.
Seriously.
UNC Greensboro. Last I checked, they hadn't.
I think we just had all of Arkansas sports just had kind of a bad weekend. All right, we had that Missouri stigma. It
I'm
was
telling
like
They needed this so bad. Hawk fans, oh my God. I mean,
it
whether
was
it's
so doom and gloom. Like, think about how.
have you been in our Discord? I mean, it was like,
Yeah.
oh my God. And then
Have you been on Twitter? Holy
oh,
crap,
yeah. Well, yeah.
dude! We were at the bottom of the roller coaster, dog. It was all bad.
Yeah, they had it was not good for Hog fans. Most Hog fans are digging what's happened lately. There are people who have questions about the Petrino hire. Again, we're going to get to that in just a second. Well, we got to talk about it. I mean, we've got a lot of people in here, and
Man, I've had all my say. I've had all my say.
oh,
We got
You know
40 minutes of Tim bitching last night.
It's not. It's just pointing out facts.
did they introduce Petrino at halftime? Hoggy
don't
Styles
know.
wants to know. Yeah, we don't know.
Did was anyone in here at the game? Because we need to know this stuff.
Well, it sounds like some people were at the game because they're talking about the traffic jams here. Are y'all not going to have a victory drink? Someone wants to know.
I'm having victory
There's a
drinks
whole
the
blue
whole
victory
game, brother.
drink right there. Hold on. No, we are.
Yeah, we'll do a victory drink.
Tim gonna make us be civilized. I usually drink out the bottle.
Oh, this is perfect. J.R. Shelton says, got that Mizzou stink off of us.
Nah, yeah, we did. Yeah, it was bad, man. Whew.
Jeff B. Willis says, must win for the Hogs. Absolutely. You know
Yeah.
what else is a must? You know what else is a must, Travis?
What's that?
Liking and sharing this stream.
Absolutely.
There it is.
Get this man some likes, man. Get this man some.
Dude,
I
we-
even liked it. I'm here. I'm
blew
here on it,
up.
and I liked it. Look at this. Look, y'all. I liked it. Come on.
We blew up on subscribers, Patreon. We just crossed 80 total Patreon supporters, so I'm going to...
We bumped it to 100, 105. We're getting there. I like it.
What, huh?
It's 105 likes now.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
talking about Patreon. I was like, wait a minute, bro. What are you looking at?
Do you know something I don't know?
Yeah, really. What happened when I wasn't paying attention? We got super chat. I never saw any wins like that under Mike, says Kate.
See, this comes up after I make a Mike Anderson joke earlier.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What did I miss?
Travis
We
wants
got
a
super
Mike
chat.
Anderson statue outside of Budweiser.
Now you're going to get You know how many followers I'm about to lose? Right?
Well,
I'm fighting for life to get to 1,200. Come on.
Yeah.
Now. Come on.
the key on Twitter is just talk a bunch of damn nonsense and people will follow you.
I got a lot of nonsense.
I don't even take anything there anymore. All I do is post my streams and that's it. I'm kind of over Twitter. I hate social media. But it's like, yeah, but you do what you do. You got to be active on social media. Fair enough, but I don't want to. So I just choose not to post anything really there. I mean, I do. So again, Arkansas with a big win. I don't want that forward facing hog. Get that out
No,
of
he
here.
hates those. Yeah, he really does. Give me that. He don't do it, man.
So is this the birthday cake?
Hold on, we got
Okay,
a
so
super
yeah,
chat
so
from
here's
David Smith.
Show it for the camera.
Here's what we're
Yeah.
gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. If you watch Ty enough, which on his channel you should, you know his love for flavored whiskey.
Yeah.
And we introduced him to regular dough ball
Right there. That's
a couple
it.
months ago.
That's it.
Today we're introducing him to birthday cake flavored dough ball. And we're gonna do a victory shot with birthday cake flavored dough ball. And it tastes like yellow cake and icing both. I don't know how we do it, but
Okay.
it really does. Let it sit on your tongue for a second. Don't just shoot it back,
Yeah.
but let it sit for
Let
a
it
second
sit.
and taste it.
All right.
Hey, real quick, there's a super chat from David Smith. Said, "Victory drink on me, guys.
There
Great
you
show.
go.
Shout
Victory
out to
drink.
David Smith. I can't reach
All
out because
right.
I got T-Rex
All right.
arms.
There we go.
Here we are. Let's go. Oh yeah,
That's good.
that's nice, man.
I'm telling you.
It feels like it's got a little bit more of a. It's
It
weird
has
to
a
say.
little bit more of a burn.
It does at the end than the regular. Ooh, boy, it does
It's no Malort.
a little bit. It's no Malort. Oh my gosh, these folks don't know about Malort.
Somebody commented earlier. Said, "Take a shot of Malort."
Oh hell no.
Travis only takes shots of Malort when we lose.
When I lose bets, you know what? Bobby P cost me a Malort shot.
Yeah.
Son of a.
If you, yeah. All right. So I know you guys want to talk about Bobby P, but we need to keep on this game for just a second.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes.
Make sure
This is
again.
big, dude. This is big.
Like, share, subscribe. Arkansas takes down the once 5-1 Duke Blue Devils, who are now going to be 5-2, 0-1 on the road now for Duke.
Soon to be formerly number 7.
Yeah, that's right. They're about to
Welcome
drop.
to Thug Walton Arena.
They lost to an unranked team, Bud Walton, dude. I mean, when it's hopping, there's just not very many teams that are going to look good inside Bud Walton.
Look, I'm going to say I criticized the whiteout from the start on Facebook this week. I thought it was the stupidest idea ever. But Duke came out in black unis.
Mm-hmm.
And when they did that, I think the whiteout worked.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think it worked. And I'll be the first to come back and say I was wrong on that. But only because they came out in black unis.
Yeah.
Had they come out in their white and blues, that whiteout was the stupidest idea that anyone ever came up with.
Yeah, I guess unless there was communication between them and Duke was like, hey, look, we're going to wear all black. I didn't like the idea of the all white. I'm like, bro, classic blue versus red.
Exactly.
I mean, and the red outs are dope, but so are the white outs, but it just didn't make sense because it's Duke. They have
Right.
two colors, blue and an awfully bright white. So I don't know. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, now I guess we're kind of nitpicking about that, but I still just wasn't a fan. I know you and I were not a fan of that.
I didn't give a shit. I just wanted to win.
You did, and that's fair. That's fair, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. I know we obsess over jerseys and looks and all that, and it's like I was a pretty big critic of the red pants with the big, thick white stripes on the. I hated those this year.
You talking about football?
You're talking football.
The red
yeah.
on reds did not go.
I just didn't like those pants.
We got our ass
dude.
kicked every time we wore them because those pants suck.
It was the pants.
Thank you.
It was the pants, not
Thank
the
you.
offensive lineman.
Thank
That's
you.
what it was.
Thank you so
Use
much.
the pants.
Woo Pig Suey, my whole family is Duke fans.
Yes.
Mine too.
Kiss my ass.
One more shout out to Reagan Neal who commented on our pod.
I'm
Reagan, that wins for you.
I'm on an all time high. Says Ty Brannon talking about his family being all Duke. That's got to be brutal.
Yo, Leslie Byram said birthday cake's the same as a duck fart. You have the greatest people in your chat ever.
The duck fart's a shot, but it is not the same. I promise you. I've had both.
Oh, is that what it's a shot?
Yeah,
Duck
Literally,
fart?
I
I've never
thought
heard
somebody
of
was
that.
being an asshole. Like,
Leslie comments often. She's definitely like an OG. She's been around for a moment.
Yeah, no,
That's
it's a shot with Bailey's and whiskey and Kahlua, I think, on the but it's not
okay.
the same, I promise.
I like Kahlua. I mean, if you gotta, right? Okay. If you have any questions or comments, remember Super Chat will take priority. I'm gonna double check these Super Chats. Okay, we've only got the 2 Super Chats, but hey, man, appreciate it. David Smith with the $10, Cade with the $2. We did a call-in show yesterday, and Cade called in. I think that was his first time calling in, but I do appreciate that. That's awesome. Again, I'm going to remind you guys, like, share, and subscribe if you would be so kind. It goes a really long ways. Again, 100th win for Musselman. Big one, big. What a way to get your 100th win.
That's a
Yeah,
century.
for real.
Yeah, that's a
I
good
mean,
century
holy
right there, for
crap,
sure.
dude! Against Duke, against a top 10 Duke team, it's not like
With
they're bad.
everybody in the house.
Yeah,
Nolan in the house,
Oh,
Bobby
man.
Petrino in the house, everybody in the house.
yeah. Sam Pittman, I'm sure.
I meant
It was a
people that
big, it was a
mattered.
big night for Arkansas.
Bill
sports in
Clinton was
general.
there in spirit, I'm sure.
For real. Yeah.
Oh,
Saxophone in hand.
I
Let's
love
go.
my Razorbacks. I did not kiss that woman.
I don't think that's what he said. But
Duke is. It's not quite what he said, right? Duke is too slow. I kind of thought the same thing. I really did. I thought Duke looked a little slow at times, but they did a pretty good job.
Duke's defense was suffocating.
They were pretty toe to toe with them though, up and down the floor, and their transition defense was pretty legit in the first half.
Maybe they don't have the conditioning to do it, but if they ran that press that they ran at the end for the whole game, we would not have been in the
probably
game.
be exhausted.
No, I said I don't think they have the conditioning. I don't think they have the depth for it. They didn't appear to have the depth for it, but if they did, we would have been in trouble.
Yeah, that's true. That was troublesome. I mean, again, it went from a 9, 10, 11-point lead to 4 points in a matter of what felt like
50 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. Pittman was a little uncomfortable by Petrino, says John Bratton.
I didn't notice it.
I mean,
seemed fine.
I didn't see enough to say one way
And shout
or
out to
another.
Matt with the $1.99 super chat. He said Hog fans deserved every second of the last 24 hours.
they did.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They
It's
did.
been a rough week, boys.
Is our offense better without Mark? Says Joseph, or asked Joseph.
I mean, that's hard to say. It's too early in the season to make that call.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I'm not really sure.
I'm
Hey,
It's kind of the Nick Smith conversation from last
I'm
year.
gonna
Were
be
we
up-
better without
yeah.
him? I mean, but in November, it's hard to say.
yeah, it is. And Mark has actually shown us a little bit more than Nick did last year, even if it's early. We just didn't. Nick Smith, by the time he came back, it was like square peg, round hole. It just never really fit. Mark looks like he fits.
Mark's a bucket.
Yeah, I mean, he
Jeez,
can
man.
drive the lane. He finishes at the rim. He can knock down the three. He's got a nice pull-up jumper. I thought his mid-range game was going to be about what he could do, maybe with a tad bit of just being able to score from wherever. He could just kind of do it all. And they were without him tonight and controlled this game for most of the night. Again, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. The best post-game live show around on YouTube.
On the planet.
Often imitated, never replicated.
There you go. Often imitated, never replicated.
Yeah, I thought Mark was more of a Jimmy Witt at first when we got him.
Yeah,
You know what
I
mean?
thought he was going to be more of a mid-range guy.
But he's not.
A lot of his film. I mean, if you watch his videos, if you watch his highlights, he does look like he's got it all. But based on what we saw kind of early in the year, it looked like that was his game. 15-footers, just little floaters from 15 feet out. Bobby P was smiling and having a ball. Welcome back, says Big L. Yeah, that's right.
Excuse me.
Matt says absolutely not.
Jeez.
I don't know what they're talking about. They must be
Absolutely
talking to
not.
each other. They just actually moved the ball tonight, like against Purdue.
They did. They had good ball movement tonight.
Yeah.
To be
They did.
honest,
Yeah.
for the most part.
We talked about that in the first half on the watch party. Like the ball movement down in the paint was beautiful.
Yeah,
I mean
it
they
was.
were finding guys and pitching outside.
That may be what the absolutely not is about. Is the offense better without Mark?
It could be, yeah.
And it's hard to say. Absolutely not. I don't know, but the ball movement tonight was better without Mark. The ball movement was better.
Yeah. Fish says, "Are we better without a guy who scores 34?" What a blanking joke. Yeah,
fair, dude.
It is. Yeah. No, I mean, no. Mark is him, and if him and Battle in Brazil are going off, dude, there are not many teams that are going to be able to slow those guys down.
Dude, wait till the night they synchronize and we score 200 points.
You sound.
That sounds like
glass-
me, bro.
glass
That
is
sound like
full
me,
right now.
dog.
Yeah, there it is.
Glass is full right now.
Yeah.
You know, I am going to be optimistic though, and I'll say if Mark when Mark comes back, not if, it'll just add to the offense.
Yeah.
You know,
Mr. Bloodline says you guys should interact with fans more.
we do.
That's weird because I feel like we've been reading chat for a little bit.
As
here,
we just read your chat.
and we're reading. Yeah, I mean, come on, Bloodline.
You guys want to have a crawfish boil, bro?
We're also we got 3 guys here trying to carry on a conversation.
You know what
We're
we should do?
doing the
is-
best we can.
You know what we should do is, I'm just going to throw this plug that I probably shouldn't because they
do
didn't
it.
pay for it. We should do what we talked to Smoke and Oak about and go do a live podcast.
Everybody
and,
come
and
party
have
with us.
the Tuss Talk fans come out that are in Fayetteville if they want to.
That'd be fire.
Yeah.
We'll interact with the fans like that.
And maybe that's what he was talking about. I don't know.
I like it.
Ellis even got it going. Ellis did get it going. And he ended up doing pretty well at the free throw line again.
He worried me at the end with the free throws. He was about 1 for 2 every time.
He got it going there though. He ended up with he was 3 of 4. So I mean, 3 of 4. It's not. I mean, Brazil's 3 of 6. I mean, he's 50%. Not that you expect someone like that to be 80% at the free throw line, but
Unless you're Filipowski.
yeah, really, yeah, no kidding. Again,
What the hell?
21 points from Battle off the bench, no surprise. 5 of 13 from the floor overall. Battle 3 of 8 outside. Again, 5 of 13. That's about what he's probably going to get, especially when Mark's not on the floor.
Yeah.
He's going to take the majority of the shots. Absolutely.
I like
And
it.
off the bench, I mean, someone asked when we were on the game companion, should Devo come off the bench? Should
Yeah.
Battle be in and Devo on the bench
Yeah.
to start? I don't know.
That's a good question.
That's worth thinking about.
I mean, and save that elite defense for closers. For the and he can draw fouls.
That Devo
he's
defense.
pretty good at that. We'll see what Muss has got options, and we know it's gonna slim down to about it's gonna be an 8-man rotation, 8 or 9 depending on the matchup.
We got Logan Joseph with a $2 super chat, man. We got to answer a question.
Does Bobby P help us get the offensive line we need in the transfer portal? All right, let's go ahead and just transition into football again. Might as well, because we knew that this was going to come up.
Bloodline, we still love you, by the way.
Yeah, we do. We do love you, man. Again, this is. You got 3 people talking, carrying on. We do the best we can with live
We
chat.
all have terrible opinions. We're just trying to
I certainly got a few people that think that come through my chat.
I do for sure.
I've got some haters, man.
I've got 2 sitting at the table with me that think I have terrible opinions.
I mean,
I
you
don't think you
do.
have a terrible.
You do.
I think you have your take.
Shut up, Travis.
Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, and it might be a bad opinion. I don't know. I think some of your comments about Bobby Petrino's character issues, dude, they're on point. They're on point. I mean, he's certainly they're very well documented. That's for sure.
Look, here's the thing. I'm just gonna. This is all I want to say about it for me, because I've talked for 2 days about it now. All I want to say is, no matter who is the offensive coordinator, unlike Travis, I will be an Arkansas fan no matter what. I won't switch sides, and if it's Bobby Petrino, I'm still an Arkansas fan. Do I like the guy? No.
Yeah.
I don't like him. I don't think it was the best thing that we could do. I think it was the best after Hunter handcuffed himself before the Missouri game. But do I think it's the best thing we could have done for our team? No. But I'm going to cheer for him. I want Bobby Petrino to have the #1 offense in the nation next year if he's going to be here.
That was a cough.
I heard you.
I
drank like 8 beers. You expect me not to burp?
I'm surprised it started now.
It's no kidding.
too.
Yeah.
I'm a
It
burper,
sounded
man.
like it was hiding under a rock and angry.
I was trying to
Like-
disguise it. I was like, oh yeah, I'm in front of the microphone.
It was hiding in a cave, and it was like angry, but it didn't want to be heard.
Hey man, I'm with Wyatt Peters. Home run higher, baby. Kiss my ass.
I don't care.
I mean,
You know what? You know why my phone is black screen? Because I don't read the comments.
you don't read the comment. Well, I do. We don't-
Go for it. I don't care.
I'm just kidding.
Not enough time.
We don't care because we're Darkansas now.
Damn right.
This is the SEC. This is the SEC, and winning just means more than morals. LOL.
We're
Hey.
Arkansas. We're going to the anthracite jerseys.
Going.
Hey, I'm with it. Let's go, man. Let's go, Black. We
I
taking
knew how I felt
souls.
about it before I
That's-
said
We
it.
gonna be
That's-
we gonna be the Darkansas Grim Reapers. Let's get it.
That's it right there.
Shit,
dude.
we want to win.
If there's a jersey I hate more than the
I
red
know. I
pants,
knew that
it's
about you.
How dare
stupid
you?
ass anthracite.
What if it was
I hate
black?
those
What if it was
anthracites.
black?
Black's fine. If you're gonna do straight up black with white lettering,
Black
that's
is one of
dope.
our colors.
It's my. I'm literally black and white. I mean, my show
Black-
is black and white. So I'm all about this.
I
Just,
want to back off of this one.
black and white. My show is black and white. That's fine. And that's
Black
kind of
is
my
our
thing.
tertiary
I
color.
agree.
So.
There you go. I'm all and I like black and white.
Hey,
I
the
think
black
it's-
Razorback. I got a black Razorback jersey in my closet. It's sick.
Yeah. Well, I'm all about it.
Our black
So-
Razorback basketball jersey.
Oh yeah.
The
Do you
basketball
really?
team. I swear to God.
You have a black.
It's a Jalen Williams jersey. I'll show you. It's fire, dude.
What is it? Is it the
one with
anthracite?
It's the one with the big. No, it's black. It's a It's a Jalen Williams black basketball jersey.
You're gonna have to show that to me.
Yeah, it's really dope. I'll show you.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm all about that. But those red pants were just garbage this year for sure. Outside of Bobby in Houston, Lou Holtz was the greatest coach, and outside of Frank Broyles, says Leslie Byram. I mean, Lou Holtz walked in here and beat the pants off Oklahoma his first year and led them to a hell of a season. Does anybody know how Greg Brooks is doing?
I think Greg Brooks is retired from football. Greg Brooks got a
That's
he had
right.
That's unfortunate, man.
I forgot about that.
Even as much as I gripe about people like traders and transfer portal and all that stuff, that sucks.
Yeah.
You know, no, I don't. I know he's retired from football. I don't think he's going to play anymore, man. And hopefully, you know, that works out.
Yeah.
I know he had it removed, but I don't know.
I hope he's okay. I forgot all about that. I hope he's doing okay. So shout out to him.
I forget about most players when they leave us.
Well, yeah, you tend to just kind of
Yeah,
put them behind you a little
like
bit.
Mike Woods. You know what I mean? I was like, what?
Did you see John Morgan's going to declare for the NFL draft?
I did not see that.
Yeah,
see that either.
that's okay.
All right.
I kind of wonder if the staff didn't just say, "All right, man, can you move along?" The guy. I think he's better off in the portal. I mean, he had another year of eligibility.
You know what? On the subject of football, so we're gonna do this.
Are we?
We spoke about the Pooh Paul a little bit earlier,
Yeah.
and
Jordan Crook.
I ain't gonna lie, man. When I seen Pooh Paul and Jordan Crook hit the portal, I was like, "Oh my God, are we gonna lose Travis Williams?" You know what I mean? I was like, "Oh."
That's usually the first sign, right?
Yeah. I really was concerned about that.
I don't know what's going to happen if that is a sign because they look. I mean, they look like they were fine to me. Like I've not heard them being upset about anything. You know, I mean, who knows what's going on behind closed doors? But
Yeah.
that was surprising. Both of them was surprising. More so Christopher Pooh Paul,
yeah.
because of what he accomplished here in such a short amount of time. I mean, that was very surprising. So now you got to go back into the portal and grab somebody unless you can count these guys or unless you can bring them back in, kind of like what they did with Malik Hornsby.
But
a couple of years ago.
we didn't get any new defensive staff, so it is what it is, right?
It's strange. Unless, I mean, my thing is it's either NIL
or fed up with the offense.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the defense typically, like the defense is like a brotherhood, right? I mean, you know, and the same with the offense. Like they're concerned about themselves, typically not the other side of the ball. Not to say that they can't be upset about what's going on with the team. I don't know. Maybe Christopher Pooh Paul thinks he can go to Georgia or Florida or Florida State or some school that's winning and doing better. I don't know. It's same with Jordan Crook. I don't understand that either. That's usually though. That's a good sign that there's issues they're having with their position coach or with the coordinator, or the other thing they're moving on. The coaches are moving on.
I'm gonna switch gears just a little bit here.
Keep them coming.
Leslie Byram just said, we just want to know if KJ is gone. I'm gonna tell you what.
Is he gone?
I got a theory about what KJ is doing right now. Okay. KJ, for me, I think KJ knows his time's up here, right? And could he work in Petrino's offense? Probably. What I think is happening when that thing got leaked out, because it got leaked, the transfer portal thing got leaked. Somebody released it who wasn't supposed to release it or whatever. And he went on Instagram and he posted and he said, you know, I haven't made my decision yet. I think KJ knows that he ain't going pro because he's not. Look, I love KJ.
Not after this year.
He's not going pro. I don't think he was going to go pro before. Unfortunately, he's just, I don't know. I don't know.
I think if he had been in Bryle's offense again with those stats
That's
that he
fair.
put up,
Yeah, that's
maybe.
fair.
Yeah.
This year exposed him a little bit. And I think it put question marks on him that weren't there
My
last year.
question, I guess, is, or my theory is that he may be holding out longer to try to get a little bit more or something.
Could be
Going,
that, yeah.
hey, man, I haven't made my mind up yet, guys, because I ain't got the right offer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It could
He
be
knows
that.
it's his last shot. If he wants to make $1 million, $1.5, $2 million a year.
If that's what he's really making.
Well, no. Listen.
We don't know that.
Even Nebraska's coach came out. What's his name? Oh, my goodness. Great coach. But anyway, Nebraska's coach came out today.
Oh,
Good Lord. He was
Rule.
Matt Rule.
Yeah.
So Matt Rule came out today. He even said, and it's quoted, a good quarterback is going to cost you between $1 million, $1.5, and $2 million.
Who said that?
Matt Rule said that today.
About who?
any quarterback in the transfer
Any good
portal. Just how it goes. Any good quarterback's going to cost you between 1.5 and $2 million.
But good is objective.
That's fair.
I mean,
but I'm just saying if
KJ didn't have the kind of year that would warrant that kind of money. And if he entered the portal, he may be a 4-star. Who knows? They might put him 247. Might say he's a top 3 quarterback. And then if that's the case, then that'll obviously help his market value. But there was nothing about what he did this year. And again, I'm not blaming KJ.
What the hell? I'll talk about it later. It's fine.
I know, and people are pointing out in chat, and I agree. The offensive line did him no favors.
Absolutely.
I've said all year, and if anyone listens to what I say in my live shows, the offensive line was the catalyst of the issue with the offense this year.
Absolutely.
It all started up front. So it didn't allow KJ to look good. Yeah, his clean pocket percentages are bad. They're not great. They're like 64% or something.
Yeah.
But
I do think KJ is a better quarterback, clearly, than he was this year.
Yeah.
It was all O-line situation and blocking schemes in general.
It's O-line and learning a new system.
Yeah.
And this is not, let's be honest, this was not his system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that sucked for him, but I do think it's his last chance to actually make some real money.
Yeah.
And maybe he burned some of his money for whatever NIL, whatever he ended up making this year. Yeah. Maybe he burned some of it on the Corvette or whatever he got. Yeah. Then he goes, okay, now I need some savings. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Last chance, bro.
Philip, I love it. Thank you for coming in here and telling us about War Machine's video being up. Before you go watch that, please stick around here and like and share.
What did he
There's always that one guy that's like, oh, go watch this other video instead. Like, bro, we're still working here.
Watch it when we're done.
Show some respect, my guy. No, Philip's a good dude, though. He comes through often. Petrino said on Hogs Plus that Jumbo was messing with his recipe and wouldn't get out of the way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that unheard of, though. I mean, but that does speak to maybe some of the issues that A&M had. But their numbers still weren't that bad. I mean, there were some things that they did
They
lot
whooped our
better.
ass.
Well, I mean, who didn't?
So returning terminology is a pretty standard thing.
What were you going to say, though, before you were laughing? I want to know. I want to know.
It's just something. Marcus Murdoch just shit on me. He said, I see Travis Ford and I automatically think Kentucky.
Oh, yeah.
How dare you?
How dare you? This is an 84 Toyota. How dare you? I love you, Ty. Say my damn name. LOL. The Drooby Dooby Doo Show.
I want that whizzle for shizzle. What was that name?
Crap. What was that name?
McTizzle. Tizzle McWhizzle. Whizzle
Something.
McTizzle.
Yeah, McTwizzle my whizzle.
Twizzle my whizzle.
Hey, Ty, say my name.
Who's your daddy?
Listening to the playback, it's important to note that if Duke did the press D earlier in the game, I think Arkansas would have been able to adjust after seeing it for so long. Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
I think they would have, but I think they would have ran out of energy.
Duke timed their press well, and that is very
They
key.
absolutely timed it well.
There's very few teams that play full court the whole game. Even teams with a reputation for playing aggressive,
That press looked like it sucked to go against.
Well, later in the game, but like they said, I agree. I think Muss would have adjusted to it.
Yeah.
Now, we did see how they reacted, though. Arkansas turned the ball over again. It went from double digits to single digits like that. But that's to be expected. That's how you utilize the full court press.
Right.
And they did a good job. They look like a number 7 team doing that. They didn't most of that game.
And we look like a number 16.
There you
A
go.
little bit better.
There we go. Let's see what else we got here.
We already beat number 1. It's
Let's say number 1 on the field, number 1 in your hearts.
There you go. So also, does this kind of vindicate all that talk about, oh, well, Purdue was BS?
Well, they're the number,
Absolutely.
they're the number 1 team in the country.
Anybody?
Well, but the saying is it was an exhibition, though, right? That was
right.
that
Yeah.
was the,
Except that
It
the
was-
coach said it wasn't the
Yeah,
whole
he
time.
did, exactly.
The Purdue
Exactly.
coach said we're not treating this like an exhibition game.
Exactly.
And his starters were in overtime.
Oh yeah.
So
They're big. They're big. The star was down on the floor getting all dirty and messed up late in the game. What are
yeah,
you talking about?
Anybody who said that was an exhibition game did not pay attention to the game.
They didn't look like one. I never like watching that. You almost forget. Oh shit, this is an exhibition game.
And you don't get to say the same about Duke. And if you're being honest about the Bahamas, Battle for Atlantis, that officiating was absolute garbage.
Terrible.
And not on one side. Like, it wasn't just anti-Arkansas officiating. It was absolutely garbage officiating. I would love to have North Carolina in Fayetteville. I don't know if I'd love to have him in Chapel Hill.
I was gonna say, yeah,
but I'd love to have him in Fayetteville.
another neutral floor, maybe with way better officiating here in the States.
Absolutely.
I know we're all over the place, but I want to transition back to football for a second.
Okay.
Leslie Byram.
You like reading her
It's
comments?
just where that's a dude.
That's his
by
new
the
best
way.
friend.
That's a dude.
Leslie's a what?
Leslie's a dude.
That's Travis' new best friend.
Really
I think
got
I've
to
been
read
replaced.
your comments more.
Dude,
No, but Leslie started it, and people kept going with it. So they're
Okay.
talking about Crutchfield.
Okay.
They want to know what's up.
Well, they're visiting him on Friday.
Leslie, by the way, Crutchfield is a wide receiver. People saying go to Mizzou. Anyway, people start to ask. Yeah, they're gonna go after him this weekend.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on why Crutchfield decommitted, and what do you think it is?
It was too soon. I think it was just a reactional thing. I think he probably committed too soon.
Yeah.
Great player, big time player. It'd be huge to get him back, to get him recommitted to Arkansas.
Number 1 wide receiver in Arkansas, right?
Yeah. I haven't looked at the rankings a little while, especially since Arkansas started sucking. I didn't even talk about recruiting for like a lot of my. Feels like it's been weeks.
Well,
It's reasonable.
What you know about Petrino is it's a wide receiver offense.
It's going to be wide
Yeah.
receiver friendly, and
I think there's a shot.
well, and you look at his history with wideouts here. Everyone talks about, well, the Warren guys bailed him out, bro. Are you sure it's not the other way around? Like Joe Adams, keep in mind, Joe Adams, who was committed to Arkansas or committed to USC, he was committed to USC to play corner.
Did not know that.
Now there's some folks that will argue with that, but I've talked to media folks who are like, yeah, no, he was committed to go play DB over there.
I just didn't know he was committed to USC at all.
He was committed to USC, and it was locals were not happy about it, and Petrino got him to recommit. Greg Childs is a great player. I'm not saying that he's not. Jarius Wright, clearly NFL talent. Childs was never really the same after that injury against
He
Vanderbilt.
was on
But
the Cowboys, wasn't he?
drafted by Minnesota, if I remember right. Him and
Jarius.
Jarius, yeah. They were. I'm not saying they weren't great, but people kind of look at that the wrong way, and I think receivers know what's up, and they're going to know his history in the passing game and what he can do. If it is what he said earlier on Hogs Plus, if it's true that Jimbo just kind of threw his playbook at him and said, "Here, call my plays," or whatever the hell, and dabbled a little too much in what Petrino was doing as an offensive play caller. If that's true, you're definitely going to use that on the recruiting trail, and you're going to say, "Hey, look, but I do have a history with wideouts and getting guys to the league, and I'm going to find you a quarterback."
Yeah.
And that's the question: what do they do up front of the offensive line, and what do they do at quarterback?
Yeah.
So, what I didn't ask you guys this earlier. What are your thoughts on quarterback with Criswell? You've got the freshman receiver or quarterback out of Georgia. Do you think maybe they go portal?
I'll let you start.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Criswell did show some good things behind the absolute trash offensive line. He threw some good passes. He's running for his life like everybody else. We know he has a strong arm. So I don't know. I don't think you can just settle for what you have. I definitely think you have to look and see what's out there. But I don't think we're in a bad place with Criswell. I think the more important thing to address is the offensive line. I think we all know the more important thing is to address. If you look at Tom Brady could have been the highest paid quarterback in the NFL ever, but what he did was take pay cuts to make sure that they could afford him a good offensive line. That's why he played longer than anybody else, because he was always well protected.
Yeah.
Because you can have a sufficient quarterback behind a great offensive line, or you can have a great quarterback running for his life who plays adequately because his offensive line is
That's
very
how
good.
system quarterbacks are created, like a Bama or a Georgia. Carson Beck is a system quarterback. He's an A.J. McCarron. He's the same thing.
I think we address offensive line.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I think so too. Travis, do you like
I think Bobby's
quarterback
gonna-
situation? What are you thinking there?
I think Bobby's coming into the situation knowing they need to win and they need to win fast.
Yeah.
So I think personally he's going to go after whoever he wants to be his guy in the portal.
Quarterback wise.
Yeah, quarterback wise. Yeah, just quarterback. I do think obviously O-line is an issue. Will you pour me up one of those? Just thinking about it. Here you go.
Yeah.
I do think obviously offensive line is a deal. Right. But I think Bobby's also going to want to bring in his guy. If Pittman and him are talking, and Pittman's like, dude, we need to win. We need to win bad, and we need to win fast.
Or else you and I are both going to be gone.
Bobby's going to say, here's what I need.
Yeah.
This is what I need. I need a Will Rogers. I need
More
a...
important than talking to Pittman about that is talking to the boosters, the NIL
That's
people
fair.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Pittman
fair.
ain't going to do shit about that.
Because from what I've heard, and this is going to be, we're switching positions. Now I'm talking about wide receivers. Something that I heard the other day is supposedly that Bobby had a really good rapport with the wide receiver room, and supposedly he could take who he wants. I don't know if I believe that shit.
Wait, take who he wants.
Wide receiver
Just out of the
from
portal?
A&M. No,
Oh,
from
from
A&M.
A&M.
I don't know how much of that I believe because I'm sure there's a lot of money and stuff involved and a lot of red tape to get through. But man, if we could get like a Stewart, holy crap, that kid is 5-star wide receiver. Evan Stewart.
There's you've also got out of A&M, you got Raymond Cottrell, who's in the portal.
Yeah,
6'3", 215, top 30 wide receiver out of high school.
Isn't Stewart in the portal?
I've been concentrating on quarterbacks today. In fact, I was going to go over some of the names.
Yeah, do that actually. Go over the quarterback list we were talking about earlier.
Will Howard. Again, if you're a Patreon supporter, you already know all about this
because I'm getting some free stuff.
You get
Paywall, baby.
That's right. I'm not going to give you everything, but these are the quarterbacks that are in the portal now. Maybe they've committed today since I added these guys. Will Howard, currently a 4-star quarterback. He's out of Kansas State, currently the #1 quarterback. We all know that could change. It's always subject to change depending who else comes into the portal. No hog offer yet that I'm aware of, but Petrino just got here, so we'll figure that out. His PFF grade, it's 77.1. You can say, well, that's not that great, but his numbers speak for themselves, and he was pretty solid. Again, his stats are also, I've got them all compiled in one place. Portal target list for Patreon supporters. Will Rogers, I don't know what to make of this guy. I know he was great in the air raid with the Pirate. I get that. He wasn't so great this year. I kind of just wonder, again, we talk about system quarterbacks. Is Will Rogers just an air raid guy? Didn't really light the world on fire this year.
I guess when I said system quarterbacks, I meant more of a game manager.
Well, I mean,
there's a lot of different systems.
Yeah, I think Will Rogers is pretty talented. Running an air raid takes somebody with a damn arm anyway, and somebody who's accurate. Because you got to throw a lot of deep balls in the air raid, and you know what I mean.
Well, it's got to be a lot of quick throws too.
What's Will Rogers'
6'2", 215
PFF rating?
74.8.
Yeah, man, you're on it. Look at that.
He's currently the #2 quarterback in the portal. The guy that stands out to me, I think, would fit this system great. Kid out of Miami, Tyler Van Dyke.
That'd be amazing.
He's got a PFF grade. By the way, he's about 6'4", 6'5", 230 pounds. He's got a PFF grade of 83.7. Currently the #4 quarterback. He's got experience under his belt. 7,400 total yards, career passing, 54 touchdowns.
Let me tell you what. I watched that kid play this year. He's a real deal.
He's good. Yeah,
he's good, man.
23 picks. This year he threw 12 picks, but every other year he's thrown single-digit interceptions. I like Tyler Van Dyke. Max Brosmer, this is another kid with he's currently as of today 11/29/2023. He's the #3 quarterback in the portal out of New Hampshire. They like him in the portal, and he's #3 quarterback. He is a 4-star, 6'2", 220, 78.8 PFF grade. Grayson McCall.
Oh yeah,
this is the guy everyone's talking about. Played at Coastal Carolina. The guy's been playing since, I don't know, 1964. He signed with Coastal Carolina in 2019. Has a career completion percentage of almost 70%. 10,000 yards passing.
Wow. Damn.
And listen to this. This is what's crazy.
In how many years?
Since 2019 for 5.
He's got a
2019, and then 2020 is the COVID year where he threw 250 passes, still completed 68% of them. 10,000 yards passing, but this is the crazy part. 88 touchdowns, 14 picks.
Wow.
It's the guy, man.
I mean, and people talk about, well, he didn't have a great year this year. I don't know the full story. I think he was dealing with some stuff.
Sorry.
I think he might have had an injury. I don't know. I saw something briefly. He's also not small. He's 6'3", 220 pounds, and oh, by the way, he can run the ball. He has 1,100 yards career rushing with 18 more rushing touchdowns.
What year did Chadwell leave Carolina?
That was last year, right? Last year?
22. So I was wondering if it was a coach thing when the coach changed. I wonder if that's why I was.
It could have been that too, but I mean, you gotta love the experience and kind of what he's done. Again, it's hard to overlook 10,000 yards passing, no matter how long you've had. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, again, it's when you consider 2019
and the league consider that
he only threw the ball 4 times, and then of course COVID year. So yeah, those are your quarterbacks. Those are the guys in the portal. So we'll see what they do there. We'll see we'll see what happens. But just feeling Tusky. Woo Pigs is Mr. Bloodline with the super chat. By the way,
I just want whoever the hell the new quarterback is, whether it be Criswell or someone that comes in, just buy your O-lineman some headphones or something.
Good Lord.
Come on, man. Joe Burrow this shit up.
buy them PS5s and cigars.
Let them know you care a little bit.
For crying out loud.
Jeez, man.
So again, you guys, I know we already touched on the Petrino stuff at halftime, but it obviously generated a lot of buzz. Oh my God, Bud Walton was on fire. That was going to happen regardless, but obviously Pittman added a little spice to it. and then Arkansas.
And he brought in Elvis.
Arkansas rightfully stormed the court.
Agreed.
Against Duke.
Agreed.
The buyout's getting harder, boys.
All right. I do love Ty Podcast. I appreciate you, Leslie. I had no idea. I thought you were a chick this whole time.
Good job, man.
I listen, man. That individual never talks about their gender in chat. I mean, how was I supposed to know? I appreciate that, though.
Feeling misgendered now.
A Boy Named Sue. That's a great song, by the way.
It's a good song.
All right. Again, I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for having me in the studio. Once again, it's always a fun when we join forces, man.
Thanks for joining
Absolutely,
us, man.
yeah,
We
man.
love doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Every time you come over here, I get drunk. It's weird. Surprisingly, not as hammered as I normally am.
You know what?
There's
The
plenty of
thing
dudes
is, every
named
time
Leslie.
you don't come over here, he gets drunk.
That's
so.
true.
That's
I've heard
true,
that.
yeah.
I've heard that.
Win or lose, we booze, baby.
There's plenty of Logan Joseph says there's plenty of dudes named Leslie. I've never known a dude named Leslie.
I had a dude
Leslie
named...
Nielsen.
Oh, okay, Leslie Nielsen.
I used to
There
work
you
at
go.
a bowling alley, and the guy was my boss. Name was Leslie. Leslie.
Leslie.
Well, on that note,
So speaking of not being drunk,
we're gonna end the show on behalf of Travis Ford, Tim Neal. Don't read the comments. Podcast Tuss Talk with Ty. Make sure you go check their channel out. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you guys on the